Hey, shalom, shalom, family. Hey, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh. Right, we do so, Shalakia, we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls, right? Even though they should know better, right? They most ignorantly and falsely call him Jesus Christ's real name, being Yahawashi hamashiach. Hey, I'm your brother, Captain Azariah. Here at FOG, all right, the family, right? But we all family, right? No matter what camp, what brotherhood you're a part of, and you believe in keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And you are the true children of Israel, the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Of that descent, right? On your father's side. Patriarchal, all right, family? All right, so shalom to everybody. Hey, the water family, hold on one second, family. I don't want to half-ass my apology to the family, to the YouTube family, people who watch, I know personally too. So just give me a second, family. Right, I know I'm early too, right? Because I got a couple of things that I want to get into and, Lord willing, fully flesh out. All right. Hey, but I appreciate again everybody coming through, everybody watching live right now. All right. Chill. Bring out a couple of things to the spirit and the power of the Most High, right? The Most High, Yahweh, right? All right. That's why we say call halal Yahweh. That means all praise to the Most High Yahweh. All right. And I'm gonna have a couple of the Akim FOG. They should be sliding through here in a little bit while we're going through this live stream. All right. But first, before we get too far into it, hey, I want to thank the Water family that I did not go live last week, and I had to change this current live stream. Here, family. I need to take this out. Hold on. Take this out 1 second, family. But again, as I was saying, I was lucky that I did not go live last week like I intended to. Your brother, Azariah, myself, I was dealing with some personal family issues that did extremely have me vexed, unfortunately. But, even when things aren't good, you still have to give all of the praise, the glory, and the honor to the Most High, right? Because what He chasing those that He loves, right? Right, He'll try you. You know what I'm saying? That's why this camp right here is called Fire of God, because the fire of God, you get tried through the fire, you get purified through that fire. All right. So we're not immune to it. I would definitely appreciate prayers just in general for me, not for anything specific. And the brother Ash, too, also the leader of this organization right here. He's been dealing with some things in his personal life too.
If you dare to be a pizza pro, the new Stone-Baked Pizza Mode from Frigidaire is...
Okay, with that, forgive me, family, on that. But he's been going through some things too in his personal life with his family. Also, a little health issue too. So y'all just continue to pray for him. But the work, the ministry, that doesn't stop. Just because we may be dealing with some things. All right. We all go through it, just like all of y'all out there who watch these videos, who are tapped into this truth, or trying to endure to the end. Right? You're gonna have your trials, you're gonna have your tribulations. Right? And I have a scripture that I'm gonna pull up too. So let me share my screen real quick. Right? For the brothers who are part, hey, Shalom Akim too in the chat. The brothers who are part of FOG, of this particular brotherhood, right? This sanctuary, because I said he was going to be in these last times unto Israel, small sanctuaries. Right? So from this sanctuary, this brotherhood, you're probably familiar with this scripture right here. But it doesn't matter if you're familiar or not. You should be familiar with this. All right. But I had to, think and meditate on this in the midst of what I was going through. And it did give me a comfort. That's why the scriptures also say that, that this word, it will be the comfort and stability for you in these times. All right. Again, what the comfort and stability for you in these times. All right. And if I didn't mention it, right, already, man, hit the like button. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you do the necessaries, right? It's free, right? It just take a minute to do it, but it really helps out the Most High Yahweh, because by helping this channel out, you helping out the Heavenly Father, Yahawashi, right? As we continue to spread this truth here in these last days. So definitely hit that like button. So let's read this right here. And then we'll read the other scripture about how important it is to have your nose in this book, right? Very important. All right, we'll get that here in just a moment. All right, but this is the book of James, chapter 1. We're gonna start verse 1. It says, "James, a servant of the Most High Yahweh and the Lord Yahawashi, hamashiach, to the 12 tribes." Right, that's you Black Hispanics and you Native Americans. Right, y'all are the true children of Israel, according to history, archaeology, and most importantly, right, is the prophecies, right? Is the prophecies, right? So again, right, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. Right. Right. It says, my brother, or my brother, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, all different types of things that you may be going through, right? Count it all joy, right? And think about that when when you're going through stuff, right? Just count it all joy, right? Even when you suffer innocently, right? Count it all joy, right? Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, or in nothing. All right, that's the point there, right? When you're going through it, count it all joy, and you be patient, still giving praise to the Most High Yahweh, even in your temptation, even in your trials. All right, 1 second, family. Slovakia family. Slovakia there. Right. But again, right? You have to count it all joy, right? When you fall into these diverse temptations, right? And I got one more precept we're going to do. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6 right here. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy child, and the strength of thy salvation. The fear of the Lord is his strength. See, wisdom and knowledge, right? And our people are what destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? But these scriptures, these words, where you get the wisdom and the knowledge from, and it's going to be what keep you stable when you're going through those diverse temptations, when you're going through those trials, right? When the cares of the world may be coming in trying to weigh you down, all right? You can look to the words of the Heavenly Father, his prophets, and the Messiah, right? To look to these things for comfort to help guide you through. Right? We all go through it, and FYI, things are not going to get better. Things are going to get worse. And as I get into the lesson, you will see how even these heathens, right? They know that things are going to get worse, right? How they look and cleave to us, right? They look into right, especially the so-called black man, right, which is the tribe of Judah. All right. The leadership, looking to us for that leadership. And isn't it ironic that they're looking to us for this leadership, like it, right, for the leadership in these last days, in these terrible times, right, these dark times, right? That's because they know, right? It's obvious, right? And we have discontinued from our heritage, right? Like it tells us in the curses in Deuteronomy 28, we have went from being the head to being the tail. All right. But if you want to know what to do, you want to have the stability as Babylon here continues to crumble right before our eyes, you're going to turn to the scriptures. All right. No matter what you're going through. All right. Because that's what's going to get you through. Right. I got one more scripture on this before we move on to the meat that we're going to talk about today, so to speak. All right. Let's get Revelation 1 real quick. All right. So this is Revelations chapter 1. We're going to read a couple of verses. All right. Look at Revelation chapter 1. It says, the revelation of Yahawashi hamashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass. And he signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record of the word of Yahweh and the testimony of Yahawashi hamashiach and all the things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, yeah, and hear the words of this prophecy, right? And keep the things that are written therein, for the time is at hand. You read this particular book of prophecies, Revelations, you'll see that you got to keep the laws, right? And if you don't make it, it's going to be because you kept the commandments and you endure, all right? And you have the faith, all right? Wisdom and knowledge will be your stability. Blessed is he that readeth and heareth the words of this prophecy and keep the things that are written therein. Because family, the time is at hand. Right? And these are the last days that we live in. Oh, counting it around. It's the last days. Real quick, last one. All right, this I know it's the last days. All right. God who has sundry times, this is Hebrews 1:1, by the way. God, who has sundry times and in diverse manners spoke in times past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he have appointed heir of all things, and by whom also he made the world. All right, see that? So we're in these last days, all right? So, as the water, everybody hit the like button, like, share, subscribe, if you would. All right, hit that like button. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you subscribe. All right, share this with your mama, your auntie, your brothers, your daddy, your sisters, your cousins, everybody. Tap into this lesson, man. We're gonna cover some good stuff. All right, again, shalom to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all run it up in the chat too. If your brother's talking good, make sure y'all drop the fire emojis up in the chat and all that. Man, drop the bombs in the chat too. All right, we here for all that. All right, but that was just the intro again. So, like your family, for not being able to bring forth the edification last week and it being a little bit, not on a regular schedule. We're going to be getting on a regular schedule, and we're going to be bringing another class, Lord willing, on this channel. I'm going to continue to do a weekly class, but I will be back in another class along with the other Akim. Y'all be seeing that soon, Lord willing, through the Spirit. And that's going to be a good class, and we're gonna work on that. All right. Because again, all right, it's not about having a million, thousand, hundreds breakdowns, man. It's about understanding the basics, those basic things, right? And everything else builds on that, right? By the way, those are things, to get in the kingdom, man, right? Keep the Most High's commandments, right? The faith in hamashiach, right? Right? And having the mindset to know that you're going to have to endure to the end. Right? So I'll be back in 1 second to water to everybody in the chat, and then we're going to go ahead and get into it. Oh, let me drop the link one more time too. Right? All the rest of IPM to come in. Drop this right here again. All right, so my FOG soldiers and the brothers, right? But yeah, we all ready. Just go ahead and hit that. All right, it's like it. Whenever y'all ready, just hit that and go and come on up. Give me 1 second, family. We're gonna introduce this thing right, and then we're gonna get to the lesson, man. Y'all gonna be live with your chat. We're gonna have various topics, man. So pull up, as I say, fam. All right, make sure y'all again hit the like button. Make sure y'all share. And make sure that y'all subscribe too. All right, be right back.
powers on this earth once, and we was all about the mirth once. Idol worship, murder like the first of the month. Hit a nigga with the bit like he need a light. That's what you do when you on fourth, or else you got a punt. But we ain't needed when we cry for Egypt flesh, nah. So it's Egypt that we got, and we hella mad. These crackers soaring off our shoulders like some helipads. They see our sweat, but they don't feel us like we holograms. I'll be damned, another black man shot again.
Again, hey, Shalom family, Shalom. Again, we're going to give all praises to the Most High, because you can never do that enough, right? The Most High Yahawashi, right? He said his name be dreadful amongst the heathens, which it is. That's why they don't call him by his real name, right? So we can never, ever give him enough praise, glory, and honor, all right? Family, hey, the water, man. Again, man, we look y'all live with the Capt right now, right? All right, live with the Capt. We're gonna go through a few topics, and we'll see. I have a few things that I do want to bring out in particularly, right? And then we'll, we'll see where the Spirit leads us. All right. So again, if you haven't already, hit that like button, family. All right. If you could, all right. Make sure you're sharing this, and make sure that you are subscribed also. All right, if you could. All right, I got a video on my queue up, so I need y'all to hit my chat with the fair use. Because fair use is just gonna give my thoughts and comments on this commentary. All right, on this video right here that I'm getting ready to queue up. So let me get this queued up a second. Cut my background music down just a little bit. All right. As I said, fair use, right? I mean, it's just gonna be my thoughts on this content right here. All right. Hey man, shout out to this brother too, man. I've watched his content for a while. He's actually had some of the Israelites up on his channel before, talking about, and I believe this brother here knows that, knows the truth, know that we are the children of Israel. All right. This was a fascinating video. We're going to start here. I'm going to use a couple of his videos, and then I have another source that I'm going to use, and we're going to try to tie it all together, family, right? We'll break some scriptures out, too, all right? Lord willing, my Aki will get up here and have the conversation with me here in a moment, too. I know the elder Marshall, he said that he'd be up here, but he wouldn't be up here till like around 6 or so. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it again. Fair use. And as I said, man, shout out to the African Destroyer News channel. All right. As I said, I've watched this brother's material before. I like a lot of the stuff that he brings out. As I said, he's had some of the One West Israelites on his program before on his channel. All right. So I'm sure many of you, if you're in this space, you may be aware of this brother. All right. Drop a fire emoji in the chat too if you're aware of this brother. All right. If you're aware of this brother from me, drop a fire emoji in the chat. All right. And let me, just in case, let me go ahead and do this one more time. Let me drop the link up in here. There we go. All right. Hey, and put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this.
White generation, believe it or not, some of them, a lot of the younger white generation, believe it or not, some of them are.
If you can hear that clearly, just put a 1 in the chat. All right, fam?
Waking up and seeing that the facade that they were led to believe is something more to it than that. And this young white woman is going to just ask some basic questions about why her community have so much hatred for Black Americans.
Y'all hear that? She's gonna ask the question, why is there so much hatred towards so-called Black community, right? All right. Again, you Southern Kingdom, man. When they talk about black, they basically lumping us all together. When I'm talking about the Southern Kingdom in particular, right? Benjamin, Levi, and Judah. All right. So you so-called African Americans are patriarchally on your father's side, right? You'd be the tribe of Judah. All right. Then the tribe of Benjamin would be you in the Caribbean or the Lesser Antilles. All right. Jamaica, Barbados, Dominica, different places like that. All right. And then you have Levi, right, which would be Haitian, would be Haiti. All right. Let's continue.
Why? What is it about us that they got to spend so much time trying to undermine us, abuse us, destroy what we build? What is it about us? She's pondering this question. Let's go ahead and check that out.
I don't mean to say this like to be disrespectful, and maybe this is, some people are going to think this sounds dumb, but I feel like
She said, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. Disrespectful. You don't want to be disrespectful to the other Edomites. That's what it appears like. All right, again, fair use.
like there's a deeper reason why, people of color and specifically the Black community have been relentlessly persecuted. Like, I mean, just the things that happened during slavery.
See that? I mean, these people starting to recognize, and these people, so-called Black people, have been relentlessly persecuted, right? Slavery, and then not even after slavery, right? Huh? Why is that? Right? I got one scripture, and I promise you we're gonna get back to the video. I ain't gonna overload y'all with precepts with descriptions, but this one is relevant based on what this Shedemite just said. All right, what Seesaw just said. All right, so let me share my screen again real quick. All right, let me get Deuteronomy 7. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 7:6, right? It says, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself." All right, see that? That's right. This Edomite, see that Edomite understand, right? All right, you Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're a special people. All right, so understand that, family. Understand that you are special. All right, that the Most High said when you touch one of the Israelites, it's like that we're the apple of his eye. All right, and that every Israelite life is precious in his sight. All right, that's why he said we are special people unto the Lord thy God. Right, he have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, not equal to. No, we're not the same as, right, or as as it said in the Constitution. Who know what it said in the Constitution? Right, in the chat. What did it say about the so-called Black man in the Constitution? Real quick, right? If you know, go ahead and put it in the chat, right? But it said that we're a special people unto the Lord our God. See, right? And again, says the Lord thy God, because he's not even the God of everybody. All right? Special people unto Salakia. Thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. See that? He said, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Come. Right? Shout to the powerful soldier of FOG, Brother Yakinan. Right? That's what he said. Right? He said he was 3/5 of a man in their constitution. Right? It's gonna all continue to resonate. Right? This Edomite woman, she's asking a question. What is so special about this people? It has to be something special about this people for the lynch that so-called white people have gone through, right? Even so much in their constitution to say that we're not even a full person. Like, how can you not be a full person? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? What does that exactly mean? Right? And again, hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. All right, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get this video back up here right quick too. All right, but again, what does it mean to be 3/5 of a man? Again, shout to the soldier and Papa Soldier Yakanan. All right, as I just said, make sure you hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. All right. If I hadn't mentioned already, if you interested in doing the work, man, you're looking for brothers to do the work with, man. And look, we're looking for quality, not quantity. So you don't got to hit the email, man. But if Yahweh put that unction in your spirit, and you feel like you want to do the work, y'all see the email right there, firegodclassroom@gmail. All right, and look, all arms are appreciated. Right, here's our cash app right there at the bottom. At the water to everybody for any alms and any donations out of your heart. It's not definitely forced, because as the scriptures say, the Most High, He loves a cheerful giver. All right, ain't nobody forcing you to do it. All right, but yeah. So as we just read in Deuteronomy 7:6, this Shedemite, she can't figure it out, like what's going on. It's because we're a special people. All right. Right, that's why they had to have silly stipulations in their constitutions. Oh, 3/5 of a man. Let's continue.
Alone, like, we're insane. But I don't know, the more I learn about Black history and the ways that, people who literally worked in the government, like the CIA, all
like people who, listen to what this Shedemite is saying. People who literally work in the government, right? Let's rewind now a little bit.
and the ways that, people who literally worked in the government, like the CIA, all these different people in power were trying to ruin the Black community. And it makes me think.
See that? Ruin the Black community. I did the lesson last week on the only coup in American history that happened to the Black government there in North Carolina, right? And we all know the popular stories of, Rosewood, what happened to that Black community there based off of a lie, right? Emmett Till, right? Tulsa, Oklahoma, known as Black Wall Street, right? That's the first time the U.S. government, just as this woman, the Shedemite is saying, bomb their own citizens. This is what this people has had to deal with. But yet we still have excelled. Isn't that amazing, right? It's because we're a special people. All right. Understand that, you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all are special to the Lord your God, so come back to Him. All right.
Dude, I feel like, is there something more going on here than just racism? Because it's like, come on, you're telling me you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like.
She said, is there more going on than racism? You're telling me you're just doing it because you don't like the color of somebody's skin. That's what you're going to go on to say. That's the guise of it. But of course, it's deeper than that. All right? Right. He said, Oxen is entertaining when you see people's frontal lobes start to click for the first time. Yeah, I mean, this Shedemite devil right here, right? Something, just being observant, man, and the Most High allowing even this dog to see that it gotta be more than this people. What, right? Like if niggas was just some niggas should have been happy that the so-called white man came over there and took them out the jungle, and it was Black niggas was a bunch of savages. Savages can't build a country, bruh. No, sir. Okay? No, sir. Right? And if we were so bad, right, and we was such savages, as they say, right? Oh, when slavery was abolished, why they ain't send us back then? Hmm? Lincoln wanted to. Lincoln wanted to. If you didn't know, look that up. There's a reason why. All right. All right, let's continue.
Like someone's skin color.
This game.
What if I have this theory that like, what if you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like someone's skin color? I feel like what if I have this theory that like, what if Black people have some type of superpower? Like,
oh, let's see that one more time. She said, what?
Like, what if I have this theory that like, what if Black people have some type of
She said, what if Black people have some type of superpower? Oh, man. All right. Hey, man, if I'm talking good, man, drop them fire emojis in the chat. All right, family? All right. She said she has a theory. All right. That's what this Shedamite said. She said she has a theory. What if Black people have some type of superpowers? Yeah, we do. I mean, compared to y'all, compared to the rest of you nations, huh? That's why the scripture says we're above. And I'm going to show some. We're going to get into the description of Esau and Jacob too. All right. But let's let her talk a little bit more. All right, fair use too.
power? Like, what if they have, I don't know, if they're just born with something very valuable that
She said, I don't know, what if they're born with something very valuable, which we are, you know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, melanin is probably one of the most expensive resources traded. All right, and so, all right, so it's that. And then you have to understand, I mean, you're not going to go through the journey that you go through to get the slaves from West Africa, right? To bring them all the way back over here to America. That's costly during that time, and still to this day, it was costly during that time, and it was dangerous. You wasn't going there to get no goddamn jungle bunnies, okay? Some savages. No, they knew they were going to get a special people, people compared to them that got superpowers. So she said, say it again.
going on here than just racism? Because it's like, come on, you're telling me you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like someone's skin color? I feel like, what if I have this theory that like, what if Black people have some type of superpower? Like, what if they have, I don't know, if they're just born with something very valuable that we don't really know about, but maybe, you know, like I said, these people
said born with something valuable that we really don't know about. So it is, right? It's a birthright. All right, it's an inheritance. Right? It's the covenant that you're born under. All right. Let's continue.
Well, these rich people and these people in power, maybe they figured it out a long time ago, and maybe that's why they were like, oh, we have to like get rid of them, blah blah blah. I don't know. I feel like
get rid of them? No, man. That's why we have to keep them. That's why we have to keep them and exploit them, because they are special. We have to data mine them. right? Exploit their intellect and physical prowess, right? Right. Superior, and I mean, it's not saying even they so-called science has pointed that out. Let's continue.
Maybe they have something special that we are not taught about that is linked to them being people of color, you know?
Something special that they're not taught about, something that has been hidden, right? They taking, let's get that man real quick, right? Let me share right here. Something that has been hidden, right? This is Psalms 83, and we start at verse 1. It says, keep not thou silence, O power, right? Hold not thy peace, be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. See this? They what? They have taken crafty counsel against thy hidden ones, right? See, this is what this woman can't understand, right? The crafty counsel that her ancestors, right, have done against the children of Israel because they know who they are, right? That's why they're called thy hidden ones. That doesn't mean that they're being hidden or hiding. No, Captain Azariah, that can't be what that means. Well, let's see. Let's see if the cap is capping. Oh, wait, what did that say? The high, the lay up, all right? Again, hidden ones, privately, secret places, secret, to hide. What? Treasure, There was an old quote, allegedly attributed to Adolf Hitler, right? Where he said that the Americans will do whatever it takes to win the war, which was World War II. And one of his soldiers allegedly asked why. He said because he has the jewels or the treasure, they have the jewels or the treasures of the Most High. And his went on to ask, he said, what do you mean? He said the black slaves there are the Most High's treasure, his people. To hidden, to lie, right? To lie hidden, all right? So that's exactly what it means. They taking crafty counsel, right, against thy hidden ones, all right? So y'all see that? Just see that the cap is not capping. All right, let's get back to the video. A second. Hey, 1 second. All right, and I'm back, family. And again, hey man, if you haven't, hit that like button. All right. Run the chat up, dropping the fire emojis. The bombs are just being active. Period. All right. Let's get back to this video
though. And I've seen some Black creators come on here and try to explain how special it is to have melanin in your skin and how it has all these different properties. But I don't know. I just feel like I feel like this. I have a theory that this goes so much deeper than maybe a lot of us realize. Because I'm sorry, but I don't think you're gonna go out of your way for all these hundreds and hundreds of years to try to ruin one group of people over something as silly as, oh, their skin is a different color. Like, I feel like there's something that we don't know.
So that kind of video is very dangerous to the.
She said that I feel like there's something that we just don't know. No, you know. Y'all know. All right. They know. Y'all remember that old song? If y'all old like me, y'all remember. I can't remember who singing. I think it was T.I. I think.
The lie of white supremacy, because in order for white supremacy to go on, they got to have all of their people believing in it. And for her, she was actually exhibiting critical thinking skills, because if you sit here and just really think critically about white supremacy and how it works, it don't make sense. It makes no logical sense. And she's thinking critically about, wait a minute, why have they?
Of course, white supremacy doesn't make any sense if it's just based off the point of hating somebody based on their skin color. It has to be something more than that, right? And it's an inferiority complex. All right, that's what's at the root of it, so to speak, psychologically. All right, and then there's a hatred there that's been passed down from generation to generation that we read about in the prophets, in the Tanakh.
Been pursuing black people all these years. Why they go out of their way to propagandize them? Why they go out of their way to undermine them, to sabotage them, to destroy their towns, to do everything they can to prevent their progress? What is it about them? That's just critical thinking. And a good white supremacist is not a critical thinker. He or she just do what they're told. Make sense? So I'm gonna tell you what's special about us. That we literally can take something, and we could take something that's really much of nothing and make a beautiful work of art with it.
That's because you are a special people unto the Lord your God. Not equal to, but above all these nations that are on the face of the earth. All right? Come, man. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Hey, look, brothers, man. As I told you, let me drop the link for y'all again. Y'all hit the link and come up here. Elder, you can go ahead and hit the link. Let me put it back in here real quick. There we go. All right. But yeah, this brother's right. We take nothing. I mean, you've seen through history if when our people left to their own devices, right? Without interference from the heathen, in particular, especially the so-called white man, these people will flourish, right? And our enemies, man, they take these crafty counsels against us, man, because they know this, right? They know that we're special people. Like that's why all of these nations they want to cleave to the house of Israel.
Your community, ma'am, have been people that every time they destroy everything that we do, we still rebuild and we rebuild better. They try to take our spirit away. We keep fighting. We still happy. We going. They tried to mass incarcerate us. That didn't work. They tried to drug us out. That didn't work. They tried to break up our families. That, didn't work because they didn't fully break up the black family. They made some little dents in.
They did a job on the black family. I don't agree with him completely on that. They did a number on us, on the black families creating single parent, in particular single mother household, which has destroyed the so-called black nuclear family, creating a lot of beta males. All right, sensitive men and over masculine women. All right. So yes, we still are great people. You know what I mean? Because again, we'll take nothing and make it some. And this people, let's not get it twisted, right? This people know how to do wickedness too. All right, and damn sure excel at that. All right. Again, hit the like button, family. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's watch a little bit more.
But they didn't fully break up the black family. Black people love each other. Black people are getting married. Black people are having children. Okay. So that's rest assured. But they pursue us because they know who we are. They know we are God's people. They know.
Ooh, look, that ain't your boy Capt ain't even had to say it, man. Thou sayest, my brother, all praises to Yahweh. Call all Yahweh. He's right. These people do know this, man. You think they don't know this? Right. Like I say in Hosea, man, the place where it says that you are not my people, there you will be called the children of the living power. They know.
That if they just leave black people alone, we'll outshine them in every way, shape, form, or fashion. They know this. This is why they have to keep eyes on us. This is why they got to monitor us, whether we on social media or on the job. They always got to keep an eye on us because your men in particular, ma'am, are in fear of black men and black people.
Yeah, it's the fear comes from the hatred, right? Right, because he hated his brother. Esau hated his brother Jacob for the blessing that he got. And he said that when his father's dead, he's going to kill him. And he pursued him with the sword. And that hatred tore perpetually through all generations, like it tells you in the book of Amos. All right, so he is inferior. And the Bible says that. Let's get that. Let's read that too. All right. 1 second, fam. We're going to get the scripture that shows that. We're going to rewind, listen to what our bro said again, and we're going to show in the Bible that it definitely says that he's inferior. All right. 1 second. Hey, Shalom, Elder A. If you good, you could, and everything is good, just come on camera and give me a thumbs up. If not, I'll send you a link again directly. Just let me know if you need it. All right. Hey, again, family, hey, hit the like button. We ain't going nowhere yet. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop the fire emojis in the chat. And if I didn't say it, I'm going to say it again for fair use. All right. And we're going to get back to it here in just 1 second. Let me just do some. My brother out. But so let's hear what he said again.
It's on us. This is why they got to monitor us, whether we on social media or on the job. They always got to keep an eye on us because your men in particular, ma'am, are in fear of black men and black people because they know that we are the original builders of America. They know.
Yeah, and they know that they're inferior, right? And he said they're inferior. We built this country, as I've stated, you know what I mean? What shows, right? I mean, again, you can't, people that's not first educated, intelligent, they cannot build up a whole country, right? They would not have went through everything they went through to get us over here, right? If we wasn't, again, a special people. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, Elvin. All right. All right. So let me get a precept too, as I said, right? And the scripture said that we were going to be better, right? Than our brother Esau, right? That's the so-called white man. All right. Let me get this real quick. So let's look at the birth of the patriarch of the nation of Israel and the patriarch of the so-called white race, the Edomites. All right. Genesis chapter 25. All right. Walk with me to Genesis chapter 25, family. All right. Genesis 25 and 19. You ready, y'all? I'll have a little. Oh, you ready?
God.
There you go. Hey, Shalom, LD, Yahawashi, Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, kahala, Yahawashi, Yasha. Shalom, Makia, Makwa.
Right. So, we're gonna read in Genesis, man, like bro was just saying, man, that you know that they're inferior, right? And why? Because the Bible said it from the beginning, right? That's why Yahweh said, I showed you the end at the beginning. Right? It's all here. Right? You understand, family? All right, so let's look at this right here. This Genesis 25 verse, we're gonna start at verse 19. All right. It says, and these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah the wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Padan, the sister of Abon the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Most High Yahweh for his wife, right? So he wanted to know what was going on with her because she was barren, right? And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah did conceive. All right, let's see what happened upon the conception of Isaac's children. All right, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Most High. Right, so she was concerned because it's like, damn, these babies fighting in the womb. All right, well, let's see what's going on here. And the Lord said unto her, two nations. See that? Not one nation, right? You would think they twins. I mean, that would be like, they're the same, but they weren't identical twins. They were paternal twins for one, right? So two nations are in thy womb. And look, two manner of people shall be separated. That's what holy means, by the way, separate, right? The Israelites are holy, separate from all the other nations, right? But in this particular sense, this is just saying that there are two nations in her womb, and that this will be two different manner of people, right? Shall be separated. And the one is the point. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. See that, family? That's what our brother whose video we was watching, that's what he's getting to, that they know that they're inferior. The Bible, how you know that, right? Like they used to say when I was in Christianity, but the Bible told me so. Right there. All right. Elder, you there?
God, I'm there.
Okay.
I got a precept for you also on that. If I could also hop in there too on that.
Go ahead.
I want to go New Testament, 1 Peter 2:9, as it says that ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, Salakia, a whole and holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. And as we look at that word peculiar, it's that word is strange or odd, unusual, or particular, special. So
again,
she's right. There's something special about us, because when you look at us as a whole, whatever we get ourselves attained to try to do, we guess what? We shine in whatever we do, whether it be good, we excel if it's good. If it's wicked, we excel if it's wicked. If I just God, and just to say something else, because when you look at America as let's just take it for example, the sports. When Jake started coming into the sports, he started dominating for baseball, football, basketball, whatever sport he had. When Jake come in it, he takes it over.
Mm-hmm.
You can't watch baseball without having said our northern kingdoms are dominating that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, basketball, football, Southern Kingdom dominating that, but we still got some, But now you look at everything, even as we dominate all their sports, he's running off to making these other sports because he can't compete now. They make cornhole. I saw cornhole being shown on ESPN, but then I saw another video of so Esau was watching it. Then Jake came along and was just shooting the beanbags in cornhole like he's doing basketball and dropping it right into the hole. So he's looking like, damn, we can't have anything. Nah.
I saw this young little black sister on ESPN who's like one of the best cornholers in the world, right? Yeah, bro. Like, look, man. If brothers and sisters ain't like to be called, we be dominating hockey too. All right.
Hey, we got a brother. Don't get twisted. There's a black goalie in hockey.
Mm-hmm.
So they know no matter whatever we touch is going to be gold.
Yeah, and they resource out a lot of these sports. You know what I'm saying? Like tennis, that's a country club sport, so you won't have a dense population of so-called black people playing sport like that. And in hockey too, and baseball, these sports cost money.
God,
right? You know what I mean? Right? I'm not talking about Southern Kingdom here in America, even though baseball is dominated by Northern Kingdom. Dominated. Right? You know what I mean? And Southern Kingdom, we dominated baseball at one time too. Right? To just show. All right. Now I don't know. Northern Kingdom can't really mess with us when it comes to that basketball. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But I mean, I say some Northern Kingdom who can hoop it up. Though I can't front.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, bring that out on this hockey real quick. The history of black players in hockey is marked by significant contributions and milestones. The first recorded game of hockey played by black people was in 1893. And since then, black players have been playing hockey at all levels, from youth leagues to professional teams. The Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes, founded in 1895, was the first all-black men's hockey league, and Willie O'Rourke's the NHL's Colorberry in 1958. These players have played pivotal roles in shaping the sport and have been instrumental in its development.
Yeah, they developed like that. These I saw a video about the black hockey players in Canada who really revolutionized the sport. Right, we're kind of like the innovators. Black people, the innovators in hockey is quiet as it's kept.
Right.
Yeah. And then just like baseball, they say that Jackie Robinson integrated baseball. That is a bunch of malarkey. They was professional baseball players in the major leagues way before Jackie Robinson. He reintegrated it.
Right.
Okay? He wasn't the first. Jackie Robinson wasn't the first professional black baseball player that was playing all through the late 19th century, like the 1800s, and early 20th century, early 1900s. Like doing Reconstruction, right? Before the quote came on the rise, and they banned brothers from playing. All right. Well, right, this is what the elder was alluding to. This is Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, right? You destroy it for a lack of knowledge, right? Because they have not known me, right? Again, that lack of knowledge, right? When you learn about Yahweh in the scriptures, right? As I told y'all in the beginning of the lesson, the scriptures are going to be the comfort and stability for you in these times. So blessed is he that readeth. They are Scottish children. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. How does people live? All right. But I'm gonna move on from that video that we were currently looking at because I have another video that I'm gonna use to tie in with this that we're gonna look at briefly. I actually got 2 videos, so let me get these up. Elder, anything you want to add to?
Nah, we're good.
Hey, look, y'all, hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. All right, if you could, all right, make sure you hit that fire emoji. All right. So, right. I just thought this was. Oh, all right, let me share my screen real quick. Look at this right here. This is interesting too. Fair use.
Disney's Lilo and Stitch.
Mm.
I mean, god dang it, bro. It's coincidence.
Mixing should be illegal.
All right, so let's check this out, family.
Women. And I want you to hear what he's asking them, right? But we want to get to the psychological side of this. What is really going through his head when the white women respond to him in this manner? Let's check this out.
Do you think race mixing should be illegal?
What do you mean?
Like mixing races, like a black person, white person having children, like a
Israelite brothers, look, man. There are certain nations that are laid out in the scriptures, the 7 Hamitic nations that we are not to deal with. Other than that, you can deal with any other woman if you want to, but the scriptures tell us to chiefly choose a woman of your own tribe. You're going to be blessed in your children that way. All right?
Yeah.
All right? That's why you're dealing with these heathens, man. You have to deal with that heathen woman. A woman is a headache already, no offense, you know? All right? And then why you to have with a dog? All right. But let's continue. Let's watch what this guy says. It's interesting.
Asian and a Mexican.
Yeah. Should it be illegal or legal? Should it be legal or illegal?
Illegal.
Oh, no. No.
Why not?
I love my chocolate. Yeah. They love. I mean.
So you're a mud shark.
Oh, what?
A what?
You're a mud shark?
Yeah, I laughed when I heard that. I never heard that one before. He called it a shark. I said,
That's
what?
my first time hearing that.
Huh?
That's my first time hearing that. I've
So,
never heard that before.
Hey, look, that's a new one on me. I don't know. Well, I don't get the term a mud shark. I mean, I don't know, bro.
A mud shark is crazy.
And the brother's gonna say something.
I just pulled it up. It's a slang. It's a white woman who sleeps with black men.
Of course, right. Of course. So you can see where this Edomite, this Edomite dog's head is at. Right, he's mad at his Edomite woman, right, because she has an affinity for the Israelite man. You know what I mean? And really, Israelite sisters, see, this is why y'all need to get on y'all job, because the bro is gonna point it out. You see what she said? Listen to how she said this, right? This is how much of an impact you jungle, as they would call it, you jungle bunnies, right? You niggers, right? Listen to her carefully.
I love my chocolate. Yeah. Everyone loves who they love.
Oh, man.
So you're a mud shark.
Oh, what?
You're a mud shark?
A mud shark is crazy. No.
Y'all heard that? Heard how she said?
God.
Look,
Hey.
so you black, Hispanic, and Native American woman, man, y'all better get on y'all effing job, man. These sneaky look, man. These heathen women, man, they want to be you. Go ahead, Elder.
I just pulled that up, the mud shark, and it went to the slang, right? And I pulled up images, and they had an image of a Shedemite, and she had, you can clearly tell, she had 2 kids from a Jake, and underneath the caption it says, "Know that being a mud shark, knowing that being single, you got to apply for food stamps, unemployment, and have to take care of Milli Vanilli."
Insanity, man. When proportionately, even when you break it down proportionately, right? That's balance based on ratio, right?
Right.
The white people use food stamps more than so-called black people, right? And then, I mean, if you're looking at it just not proportionally, just looking at raw numbers, there's more Edomites here. So who is the program for? It's going to be more of them using food stamps than it is us.
It was originally designed for them.
Okay. Oh man. But look, that's the thing, man. I want y'all to pay attention. She says, Mushaw, that's crazy. She sounded almost like a sister.
Right.
Look, Israelite woman, get on your job, man. There's nobody want to replace you, man. Becky, she might don't want to replace you. And brother's going to get into that in when he talks about it. Right? That you know that's why they go out, they dress like the so-called black. They're copying you, they're jacked your swag. You know that's why they go out, they dress. All right?
You said you like chocolate men.
Okay.
So you're a mud shark.
No. I like everybody, but I like my chocolate men.
Wait, why should race mixing be legal if the child is more likely to turn out?
I don't know what he said, but the child's more likely to whatever. But she gonna check him, but I'm gonna check him first. Because if you look at the statistics of the black so-called black men, right? We're not deadbeat dads, by the way.
That is correct.
We're the most active. That's according to the research. Your numbers, like man.
I was just about to say, we're the most active in the child's life out of the majority of all fathers, all demographics. So that's so he's lying. The continuous lies that are told by our so-called brother and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So-called brother, man. All right. He was a liar. He's a liar from the beginning, man.
That's a statistic.
Yes.
I should check him though. God, look how she saw check.
You're a mud shark.
No. I like everybody, but I like my chocolate men.
Wait, why should race mixing be legal if the child is more likely to turn out?
That's a statistic.
Yes.
From what source?
Me looking around.
You're looking.
That dog said, that white dog said, yeah, my statistics is me looking around. He got checked. Oh, man.
Around. Very credible, I do have to say.
Now that guy should feel embarrassed about it.
Hey, then she clowned him. She said, hey, you looking around, that's incredible. So it's damn.
Himself, right. Especially toward the end, when old girl just kind of called him out on his stupidity when she asked him what was his source.
What a feeling! Oh, goodness gracious, man.
Well, you know it's got to be a commercial.
Fair use, man. Fair use. All right. Oh, man. And again, if you haven't hit the like button, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all sharing. Y'all make sure y'all subscribing. Run it up in the chat, too.
4chan warriors and who they are, right? So let's get down to really the mindset and why this is really bothering this particular guy. Because I know we hear from the black community's perspective, on what they don't like about those unions. But let's get to really what is really eating him up more than anything else and why he had to sit up there and call them a mud shark. And let me remind you about this. When a person is using shaming tactics, that means they have no leverage.
That's true. They don't have an argument to stand on.
So they try to shame you and use a moral thing against you to get you got in line. Because if he really had leverage, he would not have to shame him. Now let's get into his head. Now historically, they have a ownership psychology, meaning that controlling the narratives, as you can clearly see, he's not. Okay, from what I see.
A little bit further, there's a couple of key points I want to hear.
Because no white man is saying, go get your lips like that.
Yeah, this is what I want.
Track you, sir. She's copying the black. woman so she can.
Hey, sisters, y'all need to listen to this. Brothers, y'all need to play this for y'all women.
But your woman literally wants to be the black woman. Why? Why do your woman literally want to be the black woman? Why is she trying to get the biggest lift she can get? Why is she braiding her hair? Why is she's talking about clock it and all this other stuff that black women are doing? Why is she out there getting every surgery black women are getting, dressing just like black women? Why are they doing that? Because she's not doing all that to attract you, sir. She's copying the black woman so she can try to get the black man, because you don't require all that. That is not even your look and what you got going on. These women will get a black scent or not, but they will literally try to morph themselves into black women to attract the black man, because that's what black men like. There's nothing a black woman is doing that they won't go out and do. If it's a surgery they need to do to compete with black women, they're trying to compete with black women for black men. I'm a firm believer of that, because no white man is saying go get your lips like that. No white man is telling you to go speak like black people. No white man is telling you to go dress like black women, go hang out with the black women and all that. No white man is asking for that. We all know traditionally the Taylor Swift type is what they like, but yet they woman don't want nothing to do with that look. A lot of them.
I call it the 12-year-old look.
That's right. They want the 12-year-old little girl look, man. Right? But a lot of these Shemites, you know what I mean? They're out there trying to absorb the spirit and the essence of the black woman, take that energy, right, and push it back toward the black man. You know what I mean? Right. You have all these sisters out there mad at the white woman, mad that they can't get a man, because you let these women come in and replace you. Jack your whole swag. That's why I tell brothers, man, the most dangerous thing is the wigger white boy who want to be you. All right? No, man. No. Get that out of here.
Continuing in the in-group loyalty breakdown. Now, some white men see white women dating black men as betrayal.
Let's go a little bit further. Lord have mercy. Let's just let this commercial play. I mean,
that's why they have that statement, once you go black and never go back, because there is something that black men have that those men of their community don't have. And they try to go back to them like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's not the same. Once they get a taste of seasoning, true seasoning, once they get a taste of soul and true spirit, they like, I don't want to be around this. I don't want to go back to that mayonnaise, unseasoned stuff.
Hey, that is so true, because I saw a video. It was a British UK gentleman. He left out of the United States. He does a food blog, where he's traveling to the US, eating in different places. And he got introduced to this down south to the season, and it's got spices and everything coming through the UK. And he's like, America has ruined my taste buds. I cannot come back to England. I had people. He said I had friends when I was down there that I met send me seasoning, slap your mama, and all these other things. So it's what he says is truth. It's like you got a taste of that seasoning, of that flavor. It's hard to go back to that blandness.
That's right, that mayonnaise, right? Like an undercover right?
Yeah.
Oh man, right? Let's just a little bit
I'm not
more.
trying to do that. No, hey, they gonna get all black friends. All their friends gonna be black females. They're gonna be everywhere they go. They're gonna be with nothing but black people. I've seen it too many times in my own life. I've seen it. And I think today, just to be honest with you, because I got to see, the evolution of a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. One more stop. will listen to a little bit more.
That's not a way to build any kind of respect. And he's seeing his whole world crumble, and he don't even know how to stop it. He don't know how to stop it.
Yeah.
They just went over there and bombed Iran. You know how they looking at them right now? They said, man, these people, like the world is getting tired of them. The whole Western world, they are people.
The whole world is getting tired of them. But that sound like Hakim, sound like the book of Revelations, right?
Revelations. God.
Right? Blessed is he that readeth, right, and hear the words of these prophecies, right? It says that what? The 10 horns, right? That only get an hour with the beast, right? That they're gonna turn and they're gonna hate that horn. Right? And what they're gonna do, they're gonna make her naked and desolate. Right?
That's right.
Exploit her, then finally burn her ass with fire.
Tired of them. They literally tumbling down. And what that white woman is doing, because the white woman's smart. She's like, I ain't going down with him. Let me go over here with these brothers, because I see they necks anyway.
Get out there 14 and 1.
God, Isaiah 14 and 1. Yeah.
And when I say next, I'm not talking about next as in like the Latinos, y'all next. No. Next as in they the next one in line to return back to their original place in the world. Going back to the top where we belong anyway.
See that?
So let me go ahead on and holler at the brothers now. And it's not just the white women. It's women of other groups too. You're going to see that increase a lot more within.
Yeah, because all right. When you got that, you can go ahead and bring that out. We're gonna move on to the next video.
Sure. Okay.
And you got Isaiah 14
right now.
Bring that out.
Kind of. Laptop just to be a little slow right now. Because I don't have my sword on me right now.
So, I'm gonna pull it up on the screen here in a second, man.
God. Okay, pull that up.
Yeah, we'll just pull it up. God dang it, man. Oh my Lord, YouTube, man. I mean, damn, these people not getting enough money off these videos, man. It's a million commercials. I mean, you can't even rewind the daggone video back the way you want it without. I gotta watch 2 daggone commercials. Goodness gracious. Wasting my daggone time. All right, let me bring this up.
All right, I got it. I've got it.
You got it?
God.
Okay.
This is Isaiah chapter 4. The book of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. The Lord will have compassion on Jacob. Once again, he would choose Israel and will settle them in their own land. I'm reading from the NIV.
God.
Foreigners will join them and unite with the descendants of Jacob.
See that?
Nation.
The foreigners, man, they're going to want to unite with us. That's cleaving to us, like this brother was saying, right? Let me get with me a brother. Let me try to get with me a sister. All right, go ahead.
Once again, foreigners will join them and unite with the descendants of Jacob. Nations will take them and bring them to their own place. And Israel will take possession of the nations and make them male and female servants in the Lord's land.
See that?
They will
be servants, right, in the Lord's land. That's what this brother had. He alluded to that too. He said, not like up next, no, man, like a spirit like back at the top ruling, right? And that's why y'all nations gonna please, man. But y'all got judgment to pay. Go ahead, Elvin.
They will make captives of their captors and rule over their oppressors.
You see that? On
the day the Lord gives you relief from your suffering and turmoil and from the harsh labor forced on you, you would take up this taunt against the king of Babylon.
Yeah, it's Isaiah writing this, bro. They have been that came up out of Egypt. He prophesied that they was going to be forced to do more forced labor.
Yeah.
Who built this whole damn country?
That's right.
Fascinating. God.
Well,
Hey, Shalom. When you're ready, if you got something to add, Brother Taz, just take yourself off mute and you can speak as long as it's not too loud, all right?
con.
But let's go to the not the final video. Not the final video. All right, but let's get to the next one. The next source we're gonna look at. This one is really interesting too. Me and the elder we talked about this one right here. So let's take a look at it, y'all. It's interesting. Oh.
People, when Asians were dealing with things during the pandemic, they were calling for black people. So when everybody getting problem, they come to us like we supposed to save them or something, right? You got this white gentleman that wants black people. He mentioned black men in particular. I want you to hear exactly what this man is saying because I don't know, have he not gotten the email or maybe the memo somewhere? Let's check this out.
Black men, I think we need you. I think America needs you. Okay, and I know it's unfair after everything this country asked you to save it, but I think you're the only people who can.
You heard?
Oh man, bro! Look, man. I mean, the Edomite woman, dog. The Edomite man, dog. I mean, what would these people do without us? I thought we were just some goddamn jungle bunnies, man. Savages. Happy that the red-faced devil came over there and civilized us, right? When you asking us to save their country.
You know what I find ironic? Because I had seen a video. It was, matter of fact, it was some police officers. You know, of course, Esau, and they're generally conversating about how they're looking and then they notice that they're the minority and how they were starting like how we're losing this country and
we lost the elder must have lost his connection. All right. But when he gets back, he'll finish up what he was saying. But it's funny that even the police, right, the biggest gang, right, have noticed that they're losing the grip on things. Right, so that's fascinating. I wanted to hear. We'll hear when the elder comes back what else he was going to say. But while we wait, let's watch some more of this right here, family.
All this stuff going on with Izzy and Palestine. Well, someone's got to stop them, and anybody that says,
"Oh my gosh, man." Somebody got what's going on with Israel and Palestine. Two people who really have no claim to the land, right? No claim at all, right? I got a scripture I'm going to read right quick, all right? Izzy and what's going on with Izzy and Palestine. Please, black man, save us. Please, black people, save us.
He's so scared to say Israel, he said Izzy.
Hey, you know better too, Colonel. I'm glad the brother pointed that out, right? Shout out to our powerful soldier brother Taz out there in county, right? And like we said, man, if you're looking to do the work, man, no matter where you at, y'all hit that email right there. All right, you ready, Elder? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come back. Thumbs up if you're ready to come when you're ready to come back, Elder. All right. But let me bring this precept out real quick. On that note, like Izzy in Palestine. Oh man. Man said Izzy in Palestine. Again, Elder, when you ready, just give me a thumbs up. I'm looking out for you. All right. So this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. Right, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time when I will bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. This is the Old English. That doesn't mean that they're going back into captivity. This is when they come out of captivity. I'm going to show that to y'all real quick. Let's look at Bibles, right? Look at a couple of different translations. It says, NLT, it says, at the time of those events, saith the Lord, when I restore, see that? Restore the prosperity of Judah and Jerusalem. All right. All right. Let's look at it. And I'll be in those days and at that time when I restore the fortunes of Judah and Jerusalem. All right. So it's not bringing again the captivity as it reads as Old English, old speech for your captivity ended. All right. And look what he says here, right? In those days and at that time, this is last day. This is future prophecy, eschatology. Is the kind of the context of what's going on here. All right, the implication, so to speak. All right. What does it say? It says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage, whom they have scattered among the nations, and what? Parted my land. That's what they did, right? They parted the land of Israel off into different people. All right, you ready, Elder? God.
God.
All praise. All right, it's all good, Elder. All right. So you see what he said, man. What's going on with Izzy in Palestine, man? Help us. No, man. Look, bro. Y'all parted the land, bro. No, neither one of y'all supposed to be there. All right. So I want to point that out before we get on the atrocities that's going on there. All right. Now let's get back to this video. Let's watch a little bit more of that. I'm gonna bring it home with this last video. Y'all go, hey, look. Hey, stay tuned, Akim. Don't leave. Don't say, oh, Cap, you talking too long. Oh, this video 2 hours. Look, man, when I drop the last video, y'all gonna say, man, I'm glad I waited for it because it's gonna bring it home. Believe that, all right? So again, fire emojis in the chat, for use in the chat, like, share, and subscribe. Let's go.
Says something. Anytime you get a white guy or even a Jewish Jew speaking out about it, they hit them with the racist label, anti-Semitic, like that. Black guys, you can do it, dude. White guys, white people, they're not gonna jump on the you're racist train to black guys, and even if they do, I mean, come on, you can rub with that shit, okay?
This the white man no damn influence, man. Right, and then he is right because if they try to talk that anti-Semitic shit, I mean, like we already said, man, small hat don't come with nobody knows atrocities. Look, man, y'all committing genocide right now, and the fake cost, man. Look, bro, that thing that happened a long time ago, right? That don't compare to the transatlantic slave trade. FYI,
it doesn't
at all.
I'm not saying we need black guys to come at it like Kanye, but we just need you to speak the fucking truth. Okay? That we are.
Well, Kanye spoke the truth. Bush don't care about no niggas, right?
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, can I? It's lucky that I can add something to that, right? Like those little has cried by what the 6 million, right? Mm-hmm. So you mean to tell me your so-called 6 million died? What about the other 79 million that died during World War II? Because it said it's between 60 to 85 million people died during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take your 6 million out. So wouldn't that number be? Shouldn't that number be reflecting your people? Because Scripture says you're supposed to be like the what? Sand of the seas, right?
Right, yeah. The Scripture says the Israelites are going to be as the sand of the sea, innumerable.
Yeah, because it says 20 million military personnel and 40 million civilians. So that's
fascinating.
Right.
And by the way, more Russians died than small hats.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
We're allowing this to happen. We're enabling the people that are most known for an extreme act of organized evil happening to them. You know, in World War II, those people are doing that.
I mean, this Edomite dog on point. We've been saying that, right?
That's right.
Saying people who will scream to you, never again. Unless they're doing it to somebody else, do it again. And again. These people have been sent to a very small portion in the West Bank and in Gaza. And they're basically driving the rest of them out through various means, poisoning the food, not letting the food and emergency aid get in.
Yeah.
Right? Sneak attacks, assassination, murder, ethnic cleansing.
Another group of people, all right? And if anyone in this country could speak out about a great evil that everyone is just allowing, just sitting by and denying.
And you see, I mean, look, man, all you other nations of color, y'all should be appalled by, I mean, because the Jewish state is not but an extension of America, of Babylon, right? Y'all should be appalled by this world, right? But yeah, y'all just let it happen because it's not a so-called white nation who's having this committed to them. Just like when apartheid was going on in Africa, right? Or, of course, right, slavery here in the Americas and through the Lesser Antilles, aka the Caribbean.
That's right.
Into South America, right away. All right? The world stands by when it's not it's not a so-called white nation. But everybody, the white man blew the whistle when allegedly the small hat was being oppressed over there in Germany and in Austria. We see what it is. Let's continue.
It's you, okay? You guys are the experts on this. You can speak on this without any guilt, without being silenced.
How the fuck are we experts on ethnic cleansing and genocide? I mean, I guess you're saying we're experts on being oppressed?
Yeah.
Is Israel a homeborn slave? Man, y'all hear me, family.
All right, because in America, you guys have the most powerful voice. Okay? You
have some slaves, man. It's a $11 million wealth gap between so-called black people and so-called white people in America. It's the biggest wealth gap in the Western Hemisphere.
That's right.
And for a demographic, one demographic to another. So we have the most powerful voice. Wow.
You built this country, okay? Everyone knows it. All right, and granted,
it shows you how pathetic Esau actually is, though. He has to beg his slave to save his country. That'll show you how pathetic this oppressor really is, man.
But they claim they built all of this on their merit.
Yeah, on their merit, their ingenuity.
That's right.
Their know-how, their gumption. Just like that Martin Luther King speech, they're talking about black man, lift yourself up by the bootstrap. Meanwhile, right? They tell a black man to lift himself up on his bootstrap and get it how we live, which we did, which we have done in this country. But they'll give the so-called white man land and farms out there in the Midwest, and then gave them the means to mechanize their farm, right? Which is the animals, the seeds, the everything,
the
and
subsidies.
What you said, Elder?
I said the subsidies. You know, the financial help, everything.
Right. And then tell the black man to pick himself up by his boots. And then, by the way, FYI, while all this GMO food on the shelf, because then when you did farm in the Midwest during the last century, right? That mid-century, the 50s and shit like that, y'all destroyed. Even before that, y'all was destroying that farmland out there in the Midwest. Well, that land is totally cursed. They can't even plant on it no more.
They destroyed it. You know, hey, it destroyed the land, poisoned the water. You know, y'all are destroying the earth.
Yeah, and Elder, get out my head. That's why I love the Elder, man. He be rough. Elder be in the spirit, man. Right? He got some. We'll be bringing that forth to y'all soon, man. But yes, speaking of the Elder, all right. I want to get that precept. What did you say? Say that what you said one more time.
I said they're poisoning the land, polluting the water. They're destroying the earth. That's Revelation 11:18.
That's what I'm bringing it up right now.
You know,
I'm gonna put it up on the screen for y'all so y'all can see it too. We're gonna come back and we're gonna watch a little bit more of this, and then we'll watch the last video, fam. Let me put this up on the screen real quick.
You know, they're just utterly just doing everything and everything they want.
Mm-hmm.
We're the wise men. Where the wise men at to stop? Be like, hey.
Right? Exactly, man. You're not even smart enough to understand, man, that you can't just plant on the soil, that the soil has to rest. It is alive. But I thought y'all knew this. That's why I tell us in the Bible, right, that you can't muzzle your ass. And the nations were angry, and their wrath came. In the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets and the saints, the Israelites, right? And them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
That's right.
Salvation for everybody when the Lord coming back to destroy them that destroy the earth.
And why is it they don't have any none of these wise men? This Obadiah 1 and 8 real quick. Shall I not in that day, says the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the Mount of Esau? So they don't the common sense and understanding of what they're doing, you destroying the land, they can't even comprehend and put two and two together and realize, hey, we shouldn't be doing this.
It's over their head, but they're supposed to be so intelligent.
Right.
That's why the scripture said, where is the wise man? They're not wise. Wise to do evil.
God.
You did it mostly against your will, but you fucking did it.
Mostly? Wait a second.
Yeah,
we did it mostly. Yeah, mostly, you know.
And that, bro, they can't even be straight up honest when he's trying to be honest and come with something good. His tongue just spit lies.
He's trying to sugarcoat. He's trying to sugarcoat it a little bit. Just be blunt with it. Rip the Band-Aid off and just tell the truth.
Insanity.
Okay, and then you broke the chains of the oppressors, okay?
No, we didn't break the chains of the oppressor. The oppressor shifted the oppression from private to public, so they can make your ass a slave too.
But they wasn't smart enough to even understand that.
Where the wise men achievement? Huh?
I said they wasn't even wise enough to understand that.
Bring it out.
Because I've had conversation and I told Samita myself, like, hey, you a slave now. You a slave too. Now, what you mean? I said you are. I said your own people got you in slavery.
Mm-hmm. Paying taxes. Right.
Yeah.
Slave.
I said you should be living it up. You shouldn't even be working. You should just be you should be in your kingdom just chilling.
Yeah. Like I remember, man, hey, you know, shout out to the brother you're calling, right? I remember watching old Camp back in the day, Branches, and even like the devil come up talking that smack, you know what I mean? And then your calling brother, your calling cut him. It's like, hey man, you got $1 million in your bank account? No, I don't. You up here all proud. This your kingdom, you ain't even got $1 million?
Right.
You're a flunky. You a loser in this life, and you're gonna be a slave in the next one. Damn. Here we go. Let's watch a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get to the grand finale. Right? The coup d'etat, as they say.
We need you guys to take that expertise and show this country that it's being evil again. Okay, that is being just as evil as before, but because it's out of sight, out of mind, we pretend that it's not. Okay, and we need you. I really believe that only you could do it, but because America is racist. Okay, it is. And if you're the one speaking against it, it's going to be conflicted. Okay, but because we need you to weaponize white guilt against these fucking monsters.
It's these monsters. He said it. Thou saidest. Right? Y'all said that y'all monsters.
Right.
Watch.
Hey, can I bring this out real quick?
Hey, bring it out, Elder. And I'm coming up with truth. The in headshot, right?
This is Jeremiah 51:9, because we see what's going on, and we see most of these other nations are starting to head back to their own land. Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So there's no saving this place.
There's no saving this place. The iniquity has reached to the heavens. And I'm glad the elder brought that out, because that's the perfect segue into this. Hey, Lord, y'all gonna be like, hey, bro, Cap, bro, you must listen to the spirit on this one. Man, no, the Most High just put these thoughts in my head, so I have to bring them out to y'all, right? And while I was thinking about this, kind of last minute, the Lord put this in my head. I need to close with this. After I played with this white man begging us to save him, when the sins have reached to the heavens, as the elder eloquently brought out. Now watch this, family. Fair use. All right, fair use. Type that in the chat for me too, family. Fair use.
That's right.
October 12th. October 12th, 1985. Dog carcass in alley this morning. Tire tread on burst stomach. This city's afraid of me. I've seen its true face. The streets are extended gutters, and the gutters are full of blood. And when the drains scab over, all the vermin will drown. The accumulated filth of all their sex and murder will foam up around their waists. And all the whores and politicians will look up and shout. And I'll whisper, no.
Y'all heard that, family? One more time for him, Elder.
One more time.
From the top for y'all. All right, in case y'all missed it, bro.
Rorschach's Journal, October 12th, 1985. Dog carcass in alley this morning. Tire tread on burst stomach. This city's afraid of me. I've seen its true face.
He said dog carcass. Who are the dogs? These other nations, man.
Right.
Right? The blood is in the streets, man. They built this nation on blood, man.
The streets are extended gutters, and the gutters are full of blood. And when the drains finally scab over, all the vermin will drown. The accumulated filth of all their sex and murder will foam up around their waists. And all the whores and politicians will look up and shout, "Save us." And I'll whisper, "No."
No.
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 Is that what he's? Isn't that what he's crying? That save us?
Yeah, that's from the Watchmen, man. That's Rorschach, man. And that his mask makes it look like here as he's crying sometimes, but it just shows different shapes. Oh man, all you politicians, man, all you men of team and you elite, man, y'all begging for us to save y'all, man. But no, man, y'all iniquities reach to the heavens. And of course, they asking us to save them because we the only ones, man. You'll find that only Israel have kept our commandments.
That's right.
Most High don't hear the prayers of the sinners. What did Tobit say? What did the angel Uriel say to Tobias? He said, man, I'm one of the 7 archangels who do what? Who take the prayers of the saints, not the whole world, in and out of the presence of the Most High.
Hey, can you pull up Nahum 3:1? And let's read down to maybe 5, because that's dealing with Nineveh. But as we read that, you could almost look at the same thing applied to this place.
That's right. You want me to start at 1, right?
Yeah, was like I can read it. But it says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not."
See that? The bloody city, man. Just like we watched in that video, man.
Right.
America.
The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of wheels and of the prancing horses and of jumping chariots.
Right. This is war, right?
That's right.
Right.
Verse 3.
Hey, look, in modern days, that's gonna be the tanks and the Humvees and the you know what I'm saying, rolling down your main street.
The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear.
When you lift that gun up to you, don't move.
And there's a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses.
See that? Because their dead bodies gonna lie in that great street, in that great city. Right? Jacob's troubles. Don't move.
Right.
You gonna get this chip. Go ahead.
And there's none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses.
See that? The gutters are overran.
Verse 4. Because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot.
See that? And then what he said, your whores, your pimps.
The mistress of witchcraft that
we see all of the witchcraft that go on here, man. I mean, they call it the news media, casting spells.
That's right. The mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft.
See that? That's that whore holding that chalice, man. Full of abominations. Go ahead.
Behold, I'm against thee, says Yahweh of hosts. and I will destroy, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame.
See that? You see that in Isaiah, and you see that in Revelations, right? Nineveh is foreshadowing, right? What happened in Nineveh was foreshadowing what's going to happen in Babylon, mystery Babylon. Right,
Verse 6. And I'll cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile. I will set thee as a gazing stock.
See that? That's how everybody look at this damn place now.
Right.
With amazement, just like bro said, you think that they looked on when they bombed Iran, like people thought that way? Looked at America as a joke.
Huh.
Right? You done?
That was the idea.
You want to read some more?
The Spirit just led me there. Oh, we can stop at 6 because then it goes and talks about this basically is for Nineveh, and it's just as you read it, you just like how it applies. You look at it as for this place now. It's the same thing, because what does America do? She embeds everything of all these other nations. She is taken from them all the witchcraft and everything and compile them together to make this place that mystery Babylon.
Come, absolutely. Hey, brother Chaz, we about to finish up here, man. Is there anything you wanted to add?
No, sir. We going.
Come. Hey, man. So we see, man. Like I said, I thought that last video, man, I had that thought from that movie The Watchmen. I thought it was man, because the abominations, the iniquity of this place has reached up to the heavens, man. The gutters are overran, witchcraft, all types of whoredoms, right here, right? And they're gonna beg the Israelites to save them, to save this nation. This nation cannot be saved. All right.
And the funny thing is, in verse 5 when they said, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. So these, after with the George Floyd and all the killings of the so-called Black Americans, when the rest of the world got to see it and started to see, and then they started to do the research and do the history of understanding what's going on, and that's that shame. And the nations are destroying and finding all this, and they finding out all the wickedness this place been doing. They've been putting up this front like, like you meet this nice, beautiful woman.
We that city on the hill.
Right. Or you meet that female and man, she bad, she looking good. You get there, she gives you this persona, and you finally get to meet her and go to her place, and she living in a pigsty.
That's right.
And
she got on a bunch of spanks.
Look, and remember the Wayans brothers, the little skit, and she's taking up the fake eyelashes, the fake wig. She's got one leg.
Well, she got a fake butt.
Then you realize this is not what I signed up for. This is not what that she showed me. And then you realize the witchcraft, the wickedness.
Right, they said witchcraft. Absolutely, this nation shows one face, but then behind closed doors, so to speak, right? We the people here, right? Especially the children of Israel, we see the true face of this nation, right? We see the wickedness, the bloodshed, the deceit, the lies, right? The appropriation, right? The data mining of this people and exploitation, black exploitation. All right, we see that.
All the way around.
All the way around. So, hey, we are 2 hours, family. Right on the dot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, right on the dot at 2 hours, family. I'm glad I could come and bring this out. This has been some information I wanted to get out. I'm glad, man, that I was meditating on this. As I told the elder, I was going to do today, and the Lord brought. I ended up seeing the last video, and then brought that scene from that movie to my mind to put it all in perspective that this place is finished. They're gonna beg us to help them, then they're gonna oppress us more.
Okay.
Right? Then they're gonna try to oppress us more when we cannot help them. Right? Because again, the sin of this place has reached up to the heavens.
We can't help you.
We cannot help you. We cannot save you. This place is ripe for destruction. The scriptures have already spoken. It says that Babylon will be destroyed in an hour. All right, and all of the nations that she think is cool with her, all of the nations that are so-called her allies are going to turn against her and burn her with fire and reveal her shame, pull up her skirt and make her naked. All right. Hey, with that being said, you got something else you want to add before we go, Elder? No, matter of fact, I'm going to slide it to you, Elder. I've said enough. Go ahead and close this out, Elder.
I just got one thing to bring out. This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the soul destruction. So, like the Capt brought out, hey, this place, we can't help it, we can't save it. Hey, we need to worry about our salvation with fear and trembling and work on what we need to work on as ourselves. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. All right. And on that note, all I have to say is Yahawashi Yasha Barakatah. Bashem hamashiach Yasha. You know.
King Corn beats be killing shit. We was powers on this earth once, and we was all about the mirth once. Idol worship, murder like the first of the month. Hit a nigga with the bick like he need a light. That's what you do when you on fourth, or else you got a punt. But we ain't needed when we cry for Egypt flesh, nah. So it's Egypt that we got, and we hella mad. These crackers soaring off our shoulders like some helipads. They see our sweat, but they don't feel us like we holograms. I'll be damned, another black man shot again.